Um, just answering questions to waptek. Um, someone claiming the crime scene photographer in the at a location. He took them on the 13th and posted them on his Facebook page, stating he saw the crime scene. Then, when someone called him out that they weren't found until the next day, he updated his post to make it look like he posted them on the 14th, which looks sketchy. Or maybe he did post them on the 14th, and it's the same old damn thing with Facebook getting the time and date stamp wrong a lot. And as for updating the post to change the date, why wouldn't he just have done that in the first place? And would you mind showing a designation to prove this? Now, this is a request I'm making. The assertion is a specific JKK had a posting on Facebook, and then he changed the date, rather than saying, oops, I'm guilty of photographing a crime scene on the day it happened, and just delete it and just upload a new one the next day. That's a little bit of an ask for somebody to believe that, but okay. All anybody had to do, super sleuths of the world, is archive Facebook. This happened a long time ago, well, a long enough time ago, excuse me, that Facebook wasn't making it impossible to archive something. I'll do an example in the video description where I'll find a video or something else posted even today and see if I can do that with Facebook. Facebook is extremely unfriendly to someone not signed in or someone archiving, and I understand that, but I've been able to get away with it a couple of times today. So, until I decided I don't want to do anything for the rest of the day. But anyway, let's just talk about something fun. A murder scene. I guess. This is the Delphi murders, and one of the photographers is being implicated as being a cause or a person who did it. Or, well, let's look sketchy. Say it with me, okay? This is important. I can make a web page on my web server that says it was made a decade ahead. I can make one that says it was done decades before. Because of the international nature of a web server working Facebook, YouTube, any social media, none of them have the ability to completely stabilize this subject. I know that sounds stupid, but I want you to look at something really simple. I'm one of many geeks that helped fight the Y2K problem, error, catastrophe that never happened. The reason it didn't happen is a bunch of people figured out some simple fixes to shut everybody up and then just upgraded hardware. Basically, everybody got better computers, only a little bit better. It's one damn chip. And stopped using really shitty methods like 2-digit years or not mentioning time and date stamps in the correct order. That never fucking happened. People still do it. And Facebook is fucking notorious. YouTube now uses the expression X number of days ago or X number of years ago. It's differential time, aka fudging it, instead of saying the time and date stamp. Let me train some people here. To have a just to the day accurate number, you put the century as 2 digits, the year is 2 digits, the month is 2 digits, and finally, it's only 8 damn digits. It's the day. So century, year, month, day. That's perfectly fine. And that's 8 digits. Now I want you to look at a damn calendar and see how long you have to type out the word Monday through Friday. Monday. Almost as big. And it only does the same work as not even solving any of it. The grotesque elements of style attitude towards not making a non-ambiguous, just refusing to get rid of the ambiguity in time and date stamps. That is simply not done. Banks don't put the correct time and date stamps. The style guide for 80% of the newspapers requires they not tell you what year it is. And many websites take advantage of that, especially news sites, by recycling an old story by refusing to acknowledge it was 4 years old. Like some bad April Fool's joke, or a recursive joke that a geek would be interested in. So why do you think people like me literally have our hair turn gray and fall out when we're trying to find out when something happened? I saw it on Facebook. It had a time and date stamp that's not right. Ermagerd. So let's presume convoluted conspiracy theory versus the same shit that keeps breaking. Okay, you want me to believe you. It's not an uphill battle. You can type out a Facebook link by removing the slashes and dots, and it'll let itself post. If you're a person who believes this individual who was a photographer who made photographs or took photographs in the area around the Delphi murders with the initials JKK, all right, prove it. I've had a suddenly very bad day, and I don't really see any problem with somebody doing the bare minimum effort that I do. And I'm not trying to be mean to this person, but you're claiming he made a posting before an incident's supposed to have been reported. The other thing that can happen, if you're looking at the metadata, is he simply could have had the clock circuit on his camera screwed up. That happens a lot. Run it through some video or photo editing software, or just simply copying it from one computer to another, and the computer will make stupid assertions and assumptions and change time and date stamps. I've dealt with, of all things, Linux, the holy grail of computing perfection, specifically Ubuntu Linux, incessantly changing the time and date stamp for the computer because it would do relative time changes instead of stop changing my clock. It's such an embedded philosophical nitpick with the Ubuntu crowd and several other groups that it is horrifying that they would ignore the fact that most people don't want you to change anything. If I'm running from a thumb drive or a CD-ROM drive, why are you changing any setting on the computer at all without asking? This is something we complain about Windows and Macintosh products doing. That level of ferocity I have towards those assholes is not matched by you making this simple mistake. But why would you go from looks like a mistake, looks suspicious, maybe I should make note of it, to let's accuse somebody of being involved in something, or at least cast aspersions on them, which is a actionable behavior. If you imply that someone is responsible for a murder, and you do it publicly, you are supposed to be hauled into court so everybody doesn't feel so comfortable throwing around baseless accusations. This is a baseless accusation unless you show a base. Now, it's okay if there is one. This would be rather suspicious. But then again, nobody's asserting any of this the way it seems. And heck, he could have taken a picture weeks before this all happened out in the same area. Just a simple picture of the general area. Lots of people take photos from there. But if you're claiming it's a crime scene and it was taken the day before, but he changed the time and date stamps suspiciously so he can't see it. Or did you just hear this on Reddit? Because they don't provide proof most of the time either. They used to be really good at being sleuths. Now they're just exhausting. Now, to the person who posted this, I do appreciate you posting some of this stuff here, but did you, to hell with me, I'm not important, did you double check that you didn't just repeat something that was fake? And more importantly, I'm the kind of person who finds out this stuff is fake or not. Now, as of right now in this hour, I just don't want to do any more of this stuff for the day. I don't want to do any hard work, but I promised myself I'd do these response videos for everybody who took the time to comment. I appreciate it. And even this person, I appreciate you. But the barest level of assertion is that you provide me with the ability to find out if it's fake. If you avoid that, you're either trying to make sure I can't disprove something that's a freaking bald-faced lie, or you didn't bother checking to see if it even existed. And again, that, along with virtually every other website, has these same stupid problems come up every time a conspiracy theory comes out. And actually, sometimes the load of people hitting the server makes it just forget to do the time and date stamps right. And most of the time when I look it up, it's because it was posted near midnight. It's the wrong day. That's normal. One of the weirdest ones is someone had a photo. He took a photo, went across the international date line or whatever, I don't even know where he went, but it technically showed that he took the picture the next day or something crazy like that. I don't remember what it was, but the point is, why assume evil is happening, and why would it be this? That's grasping at straws. But again, if you really believe this, or more accurately, if you were told this, okay, not trying to be mean to you, but Don't you think it's a little suspicious that something like this, that's a meme about conspiracy theories, would be what you would be looking at and posting? Temporal errors in the internet are normal. This is a temporal error. Time. And please do 4-digit years, please. Here's a wild theory, but plausible. That doesn't mean much for it, but here we go. If it was intended to be some sort of a cultish St. Valentine's massacre, why? Why does it have to play into the meme of we're fighting the evil, therefore everything bad happens in the world? It has to involve us in some way because we're all fighting Christian soldiers, blah, blah, blah. We're all fighting the devil. You know what? A lot of bad things happen in the world, and a lot of bad people exist that don't ever consider pissing off some specific religious group. It's kind of amazing, isn't it? Should make you feel happy that you're not the focus point. Or even vaguely related. But some people don't want that. But then again, maybe you're... Let's just go on. The killer would have wanted to capture the victims on the 13th, then hold the victims until midnight the 14th, and then bring them back to sacrifice them near water to wash DNA off or do a purification rite that's twisted. I don't want to see your search into history, and I don't want to know what books you read. So it would be officially Valentine's. Really? So on Valentine's Day, it's a ritual sacrifice time for the Illuminati space alien shape-shifting frogs gay. You know what? You can actually email a Satanist. They actually do exist. They call themselves Satanists. I just call them posers or failed goths, but you can do this and ask them, is there any significance to St. Valentine's Day, and do you ever have any offerings you give? The other thing you can do is actually hang out with Satanists and occultists and find out what they actually fucking do. You know what's funny about a lot of them? They don't hide a damn thing that they do, because they've learned a long time ago having secrets about what they do gets this kind of shit stirred up about them. No, I'm not trying to defend people who claim to worship the devil or whatever the hell it is that that particular person's going to say. Every one of them's got a different variety. There is no consistency. But, you know, you could give yourself half a chance of sounding like you researched something by literally emailing one through an anonymous email account saying, I want to know, is there anything around Valentine's Day in any year that you guys do that's specific? And most of them will say, yeah, I write really emo poetry and send it to my girlfriend, who will never love me. So I send it to her ethereally by flushing it to the toilet or whatever. I'm sorry, but I make jokes about goths. I'm an ex-pseudo-goth with a damaged shoulder today. So, that I wish would heal. Next one. But no, really, seriously, what? If you invoke any kind of thing that plays into your belief system about something that doesn't involve you, you want it to be about you or your group. If I made it about tracking GPSs and stuff, I'm part of the geek community and a researcher. That's actually something that would be very easy to say. You're just trying to weasel your way into it because that's all you know. And if all you have is a hammer, everything looks like a nail. Okay? You could say that to me. And I would immediately agree, because I'd also say, this is the only thing I know how to do, is to research things and try to learn about them. And people seem to find that useful. But if somebody could legitimately say that the only thing I can do when some tragedy happens is try to keep bringing up satanic ritual abuse, again, no one will want to look at my search history, and it will probably indicate there's something wrong with me. Anyway, the next one is, they have his DNA because he might have spit on the ground. Hundreds of people go through an area. You can't collect DNA from a specific person. That one was easy to do. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Good luck with that. Please stay rational and sane. Bye.